Today, I want to take you on a journey into the best of flat earth stupidity. We're going to be talking about Brian Andrew Grossman. Now, I first met Brian on Omegle, where I do this thing called street epistemology, where I talk to people about what they believe and why. And Brian's had some very interesting things to say. He said some things like this.
These people are using perception management in their motion pictures and entertainment. Okay. Star Trek, Star Wars, all these space movies from people like Steven Spielberg.
And this.
These are the people that were behind the African slave trade, and they're blaming white people for that.
And this.
This is a book about the white race, the story of the white race. That's all this book is for. Moses wasn't a Jew. King David wasn't a Jew. Jesus Christ wasn't a Jew.
And this.
So the white race is a pure race that stayed pure.
So the white race is a pure race that stayed pure.
Oh, God. And even this.
These people are the synagogue of Satan. They're the literal children of the devil.
If I was to give you a confidence scale from 0 to 100, 100 being 100% confident and 0 being not confident at all, what would be your confidence level that the earth is flat?
Not a globe, 100%.
Okay, I'll just write that down. Now, normally I wouldn't make a hit piece on someone like Brian, but to be honest, he's a real piece of shit.
Yeah, boys, you care about truth? That's the question. I dare you boys to push back on me. I dare you guys to push back on me.
Turns out Brian has a lot of notoriety and many followers in his big flat earth circle jerk community. You can see him on other channels broadcasting his intellect publicly.
Warfare brought on by Jewish propaganda.
Why Jewish propaganda?
You tell me why.
You don't think the Holocaust happened?
Well, I mean, I don't believe that there were death camps. I speak
wait.
for the whole entire white race.
Okay,
it's very simple.
Yes.
We are pure-blooded. Okay. You are mixed mongrels.
Mongrels?
Yeah, you're a mongrel race. Okay. Adam and Eve were the first white people. You have not studied the health risks of 5G because of Jewish lies.
So everything bad in the world, you blame on the Jews. And
absolutely.
You know what? There have been many people.
You committed genocide against the German people. That was a beautiful, beautiful culture.
Jews committed
and you
genocide?
Destroyed them.
How did?
Obviously, this is the definition of being unreasonable. Like, nothing can change his mind, right? Although I have to agree with this one.
I'm not an intellectual. I'm not educated, right?
Don't worry, Brian. Everyone can already tell. Where the story gets interesting and also frustrating is Brian started sending people my way and demanding that I debate him. So I said yes. And yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. And then he had the gall to send one of his lackeys to come talk to me and say, Brian has been trying to get in contact with you. All of my contact information is on every one of my videos, but you can't really expect a flat earther to understand how things like emails work or how to like connect to a Discord, right? Brian sent me a video which I calmly pointed out was not only wrong, but it wasn't even wrong. Like, it wasn't even talking about the thing that he thought it was talking about. Brian sent his friend Nimblehorse along, who I engaged with, and Nimblehorse had this to say.
And you've also got the flat earth model, which is, I can explain that to you, but it's got problems. Well, I'm saying the flat earth model does have problems.
So this whole saga has been going on since February, and still Brian has not showed his face. My Discord server is waiting for Brian's arrival, like Brian is waiting for the second coming of White Christ. Obviously, anyone with +3 brain cells could debunk this moron all day. But if you let him talk long enough, he debunks himself. He could spend time reading any of these books, instead he will be in the comment section calling me names. It should also be noted that if you do see Brian or any of his lackeys in the comment section, it just means that they were too scared to have a conversation and instead chose to hide behind a comment. What's funny about this whole adventure is I've discovered how cowardice most people in the Flat Earth community are. 9 times I replied to Brian asking him to come on and chat anytime he wants. I get countless tweets from people who send me this complicated mathematics that I'm sure they don't even understand, and when I ask if they would like to chat about that mathematics, they delete all their messages and run away. Is Brian arrogant? Yes. Is Brian stupid? Yes. But the main thing that Brian is, along with most people in the Flat Earth community, are lazy cowards. They pretend to like investigating the truth, but only if that investigation is fun and interesting and comes in the form of some cool documentary they can watch. They say that they are standing up for the truth, but whenever I ask them to come on my Discord server and have a chat about their beliefs, they disappear quicker than Houdini. Don't be like Brian, join the Discord server.